right now at 7.
The state's push to get kids back into class just got a $2 billion boost, but one Bay Area school district is already saying no thanks.
We do not think vaccinations are a prerequisite to safely reopening our schools.
Plus, the ambush-style video that many claim exposes the hypocrisy of a Bay Area teacher and a union leader.
But I'm not that surprised. And, he's not the only one that's doing this.
And the big Bay Area gang bust, it shows criminals are now targeting people in a certain type of profession.
It is backbreaking work. Anytime that they get their equipment stolen, it's basically taking food off of their family's table.
Right now on the KPIX 5 News at 7 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, a live look at the Capitol in Sacramento this evening. The state is laying out its boldest plan yet to reopen schools. The governor is offering up to $2 billion if schools return to in-person learning by March. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ken Bastida. KPIX 5's Andrea Borba is live in San Francisco, where that school district is saying not so fast. Andrea?
Well, Ken and Elizabeth, the fight to get schools reopened for in-person learning has been a long one, with the governor and Assembly and Senate now throwing financial incentives at school districts. But here at SFUSD, the superintendent says not so fast. The plan includes financial incentives to get students back, but after April 1st, the financial incentives to reopen start decreasing 1% per school day for districts that don't get back on campus. It does not, however, address vaccines, which teachers have said they need before they agree to return.
I think everybody that wants to be vaccinated should be vaccinated. We do not think vaccinations are a prerequisite to safely reopening our schools. That's not my opinion. That's the opinion of the CDC.
Teachers say the framework does represent progress.
The plan has some good things in it in terms of providing funding that it's much needed all of the time. So that's great. It would be awesome if the governor, along with local leaders, would take their same passion and energy toward advocating and providing access for vaccinations.
San Francisco Unified parents aren't getting too excited after this statement from the superintendent. Though I wish it could, the governor's announcement does not change our timeline because there are still many steps we need to take to get there, and many of those aren't able to be expedited, even with financial incentives. SFUSD parent Meredith Willa Dodson calls the whole situation frustrating.
We need our education leaders to do things differently, to have a yes, we can attitude to make this happen for our kids, especially those who are struggling the most.
Now the Assembly and Senate are set to vote on this package on Thursday, and then it will go to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk. Live outside Marina Middle School, Andrea Borba, KPIX 5.
Andrea, thank you. Well, tonight, Santa Clara County has an entire vaccination site at the fairgrounds that's just for teachers. The site gives out around 500 shots a day, but could expand to 2,000 if the supply increases. Teachers who want a shot have to make an appointment, but we hear the process is pretty quick.
I got an email saying that there's a vaccine clinic available today. Sign up for an appointment as soon as you can. So I did that, and I made it happen.
Tonight, teachers in Marin County laid out their plans to fully reopen most schools. Right now, schools are on a hybrid schedule, and educators say the first step is to get more kids back in class. That's getting staff vaccinated.
In addition to vaccines, we are asking for other layers of protection. If the virus gets past one layer, there's another layer there to try to stop it. These layers include both students and staff wearing masks. Masks are shown to greatly reduce the spread of COVID-19. We're also asking for adequate ventilation in all classrooms and facilities where students and staff are present.
Meanwhile, it was the first day back on campus for some high school students. 9th and 10th graders returned to class in Novato and San Rafael. At San Rafael High School, the first lesson back was all about safety. Students had to learn all the new protocols.
I was just really excited, and I was ready to come back. I'm looking forward to seeing the campus. I've never actually seen the whole campus before.
I feel good. It's better than sitting at home all day on the computer. To be in person, seeing some of my friends.
Tonight, an ambush-style video that many claim exposes the hypocrisy of a teachers' union president. An anonymous back-to-school advocacy group called Guerrilla Moms released this video. Now, the group says that this is Matt Meyer, the president of the Berkeley Federation of Teachers. And there he is dropping his own child off at a private preschool. Thing is that Meyer and the union want kids to return to school only after the teachers have been vaccinated. The founder of another reopening group says the video may show hypocrisy, but Meyer is not alone.
But I'm not that surprised. And he's not the only one that's doing this. There's school board members to politicians, including Gavin Newsom, who have their kids in-person learning right now, when many other students in public school are not.
We reached out to Mr. Meyer for comment and have not heard back. The Berkeley Unified Superintendent says vaccinations for teachers and staff started last week, and they hope to eventually have all students involved in a hybrid in-person learning plan by mid-April.
New coronavirus numbers tonight show our 7-day positivity rate has dropped to 2.3%. The state has administered more than 9 million vaccine doses. But as we ramp up vaccine distribution, health officials say we are seeing a new concerning drop in COVID testing. Statewide, the average number of daily tests has dropped by more than 100,000 a day since January. Experts say mass testing is still important to track outbreaks and variants. They also point out that many private groups and companies are doing rapid testing instead of the traditional tests that are processed at a lab. They say those rapid tests are not currently being tracked or added to the testing totals.
Kind of a strange bust in San Jose. Taking a live look, police say the gangs are now going after gardeners and landscapers. At least 13 have been arrested. They are accused of stealing equipment from the backs of the unattended pickup trucks. Officers recovered tens of thousands of dollars worth of stolen items, ranging from lawnmowers to leaf blowers and other powered gardening tools.
Yeah, I work in a lot for money for this, but somebody only guy coming for pick it up, there's no good for you.
I personally have relatives that do this work. It is backbreaking work. They're always out there. They're not making a ton of money. Anytime that they get their equipment stolen, is basically taking food off of their family's table.
Let's take a live look at Oakland, where volunteers are taking to the streets of Chinatown after a wave of attacks on Asian Americans. The East Bay Toyson Association is organizing the new foot patrols. Volunteers are taking on the role of the eyes and ears of Chinatown. The idea is to increase foot traffic, something businesses in the area say has become nearly non-existent since the pandemic began.
With less people on the streets, it has led to some of these incidents of more violent crime. And so the foot patrols like this one today are really going to be visible and let the community know that we're here, we're watching, we're assisting. We want to keep our community safe.
The volunteers will not be armed, but will be able to assist Oakland police investigating any crime in the area.
Well, there's not much roof left on this Victorian in Alameda tonight. A fire caused a partial collapse this afternoon. Chopper 5 caught lots of smoke billowing out of the home. Nobody got hurt. No word what caused that fire.
Up next, the East Bay Police Department looking for clues tonight in its first murder of the year.
And a trail of destruction on the peninsula. The out-of-control driver who hit cars, houses, even one person. Plus,
are you available for trial? It kind of looks like you're in an operating room right now.
I am, sir. I'm in an operating room.
The Northern California doctor who tried to do virtual traffic court while performing surgery. What other doctors are saying tonight.
Plus, changes at San Francisco City Hall in the last 45 minutes. Live look at the new work of art. The faces now taking over part of the iconic building.
Beautiful weather to start off the month of March today. We saw plenty of sunshine and temperatures several degrees above average. Made it into the upper 60s around the bay, low 70s farther inland. Still just short of 60 degrees along the coast. Similar temperatures tomorrow, but some changes by the first weekend in March. We'll talk about that rain chance headed our way coming up.
Concord police are investigating the city's first homicide of the year. It happened just after midnight last night near Concord Airport at Meridian Park Boulevard. Officers say a man was found dead in the street with several gunshot wounds. Witnesses say someone in a dark-colored SUV may have been involved.
Meanwhile, in San Carlos, a driver was reportedly speeding and lost control, leaving a trail of damage behind. This happened on Holly Street early this morning. The driver hit about 5 other vehicles, took out a couple of fences, and then hit a woman. The driver ended up on someone's lawn. Thankfully, the woman was not seriously hurt. No word if the driver is facing any charges.
Let's take a live look at City Hall in San Francisco. You're looking at a new art installation that is being projected onto the building. It's being called We the People, a celebration of community, and features faces of Bay Area leaders and activists. The artist partnered with Glide Community Church to make it all happen. You can see it from 6:30 to 9:30 each night until Friday.
Going to check your weather now. Brand new week, and Paul's alongside to look down a few days and maybe see something with clouds on it. Paul?
Yeah, I think we'll see clouds first and then something out of those clouds a little bit farther down the line. So we're all waiting on those additional rain chances. You're going to have to be patient and wait until we get to the weekend. Mild temperatures are going to continue through the rest of the work week. Some passing clouds beginning tomorrow, but still dry through the end of the week. That next chance of showers doesn't move in until Friday night, probably later at night, but the timing on that is still going to be subject to review as we get more data in over the next several days. Right now, it looks like the best chance of rain would be late Friday night into the first half of the day on Saturday. Saturday, though, not a complete washout. If you have anything planned Saturday afternoon, don't cancel anything. Just be flexible with those plans. Sunday looks like the drier half of the weekend, and then another chance of rain heads our way on Monday. Add up all those rain chances, and we're not talking about a drought buster, but some very welcome rainfall. On the low end, Futurecast estimating about 0.4 of an inch of rain. On the high end, just over an inch of rain in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Again, this is one version of one forecast model. This also is subject to review and adjustment as we head through the rest of the week, but it is a hopeful sign that we're going to see a more active weather pattern shaping up beginning this weekend and continuing into the second week of March. Once that rain starts to fall, it is going to wash some pollen out of the atmosphere, but between now and then, yeah, be ready to deal with tree pollen primarily in the medium category tomorrow, but at the high end of the medium category and in the medium high for Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Friday. Nice weather out there this evening. Looking towards downtown from Treasure Island, temperatures are mostly in the mid to upper 50s, but still 61 degrees in San Jose. Other temperatures backing off from where we ended up today, the upper 60s and low 70s, but not bad at all for an early March evening. Temperatures tonight dropping down mostly to the lower half of the 40s inland, right around 40 degrees, with the chilliest spots around Santa Rosa into the mid to upper 30s. Mid-40s around the bay, and then another nice warm-up tomorrow. Even with a little more cloud cover overhead, temperatures are going to end up about 3 to 6 degrees above average, which puts us up to around 70 degrees farther inland. Let's zoom in for a closer look. Only upper 50s along the coast, maybe a degree cooler than you were today. Mid to upper 60s for the South Bay, with upper 60s and low 70s in the Santa Clara Valley. Exactly 70 for that high temperature in San Jose. Right around 70 degrees for most inland parts of the East Bay, within a degree or two on either side. Low 70s, though, more likely as you head farther inland into Solano County. 73 degrees in Fairfield, probably the warm spot tomorrow. Mid-60s around the bay itself, even a few upper 60s on the east side of the bay, and then upper 60s and low 70s mixed together for most of the North Bay. A little cooler as you head farther north into Mendocino and Lake counties, but consistent with the pattern of about 3 to 5 or 6 degrees above average for early March. Temperatures don't change much as we head through the rest of the week. Little fluctuations in the amount of cloud cover each day, but that next chance of rain holds off until after sunset Friday night, and then we see those off and on showers for at least the first half of the day Saturday. There's that next chance of rain that heads our way on Monday, and the long-range data is hopefully pointing at a continuation of that unsettled weather pattern as we head through the whole second week of March. So that's something that we can look forward to, hopefully eating away at that rainfall deficit that we have been running so far this season.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Exactly.
Thanks, Paul.
A live look at Capitol Hill this evening. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will vote on President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package this week. But Republicans say they won't support it because it's too expensive.
Democrats have chosen to go a completely partisan route. Even famous liberal economists and liberal editorial boards are saying their half-baked plan is poorly targeted to what families need.
The first doses of Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine shipped out today as employees at the Kentucky facility cheered. It is the third vaccine approved here in the U.S., but the first that requires only one dose. It's proven to be 85% effective against severe disease.
We're on track to deliver 4 million within the next couple of days, 20 million by the month of March, and we'll have 100 million doses between now and the end of June.
Lady Gaga's dog walker thanking police for saving his life. Ryan Fisher took to Instagram for an update on his recovery. This after he was shot by robbers who then stole 2 of the pop star's dogs. Fisher also had a note from Lady Gaga saying in part, "You have shown so much support throughout this whole crisis to both me and my family, but your support as a friend, despite your own traumatic loss from your kids, was unwavering." The 2 missing French bulldogs have been returned. A stranger said she found them tied up to a telephone pole. And the suspects in the shooting and dog nappings have not been found.
Elizabeth, thank you for that. Coming up next, a Bay Area company more than 100 years old now has just 100 days to figure out how to stay in business.
We're $1.4 million in arrears with the creamery. As I said, did not happen overnight.
To have a distraction of no less someone calling into the OR and you're being on is crazy.
Virtual traffic court during surgery, a Sacramento doctor who has a lot of explaining to do. And then later, how PGA players honored Tiger Woods this weekend and why a former Cal star had to pull off his own exciting Tiger tribute. And coming up all new tonight at 11, they lost their jobs, then lost thousands of dollars to fraudsters. Now, lots of unemployed Californians are getting an unwelcome letter from the EDD.
They hadn't been in touch with me for any of the good news, but they're going to deliver bad news to me. I mean, that just seemed not right on many levels.
On the road to recovery, EDD tax hit. We'll see the full story tonight on the KPIX 5 News at 11. And we'll be right back. Just a few minutes ago, we learned about a surprise twist in the story of the Petaluma Creamery. It was given 2 weeks to pay more than $1 million in fines and fees. The Petaluma Creamery has been in business for more than 100 years, but the mayor says it's been violating its wastewater discharge permit and dumping excessive oil since 2008, which led to a huge bill. The city had been threatening to cut off access to its sewer system.
We're $1.4 million in arrears with the creamery. As I said, did not happen overnight.
I like my job and I like the creamery, and it's been a home for me for a long time. So I just, I say my prayers and do my job.
Well, the Press Democrat just reported the creamery brought a check for $844,000 to City Hall this afternoon.
A Sacramento doctor under investigation tonight for attending traffic court during an operation.
It kind of looks like you're in an operating room right now.
I am, sir. I'm in the operating room. Yes, I'm available for trial. Go right ahead. I have another surgeon right here who's doing the surgery with me, so I can stand here and allow them to do the surgery also.
Not at all. I don't think so. I don't think that's appropriate.
Dr. Scott Green has been working in the greater Sacramento area for years. The California Medical Board is now looking into the incident. There is mixed reaction tonight from patients, with some condemning the doctor and others defending his actions. Meanwhile, some other doctors are calling the move dangerous.
To have a distraction of no less someone calling into the OR and you're being on is crazy. So your attention has to be fully on the operation. No matter how simple or how complicated it is.
Coming up next, the Bay Area golfer who pulled off a special tribute to Tiger Woods on the course this weekend. Well, a handful of golfers wore Tiger's trademark Sunday Red yesterday as a tribute to Woods after his car accident, but not former UC Berkeley star Colin Morikawa. His red shirt didn't arrive in time for the WGC this weekend, so he honored Woods in a different way. He won.
My agent said, even though the shirt wasn't there, go out and play like Tiger would with the lead. And I think I did.
At least one member of the Morikawa family wore Sunday red. That's Colin's dog, Koa, wearing the red scarf.
Very sweet tribute. Well, thank you for watching. The news continues streaming on CBSN Bay Area.
We'll be back at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.